Honey, I heard that you finally had the twins. I can't imagine the pain you must have been in. Geez, I have no idea how you were able to manage it with your small frame. You must have really struggled.
Me? Struggle? Giving birth to twins was totally easy. No big deal, I'm fine.
No way. Even having one baby is hard, but twins? It must be twice as difficult. I bet you must be relieved, at least a little bit. Your stomach was so huge before, you were basically carrying around dumbbells in your belly.
Yeah, as much as I love being pregnant, it's a relief to have the weight off my stomach. I'm practically light as a feather now.
I bet from this moment on, I'll treat you even better. Way better. I'll massage your feet and wash all the dishes. You'll never have to work hard again, my love. I'll love and appreciate you always, honey. How are you feeling now? Have you had some time to recover and be with the babies?
Probably because the anesthesia's wearing off. The pain's starting to sink in a little bit. But it's really not too uncomfortable. And Mama's by my side helping me with whatever I need, and the nurses and doctors working here have been very helpful. They're practically waiting on me hand and foot here, so please don't worry too much.
Okay, I got it. Let me know if there's anything at all that you're craving after using up all that energy. If you have any problems, just tell me straight away. Got it? If anything happens, I'll shoot over faster than a bullet.
Oh, okay, thank you. Keep working hard.
I'll see you for dinner. I'll make you a feast, so look forward to it, okay? I'll make all your favorites.
Oh, honey, you're too sweet. I can't wait to eat whatever you make.
What's up, brother? What are you up to today? The weather is good today, and so is my mood, so what do you say to some burgers and beer tonight? Hey dude, I'm really sorry. While I would really love to, I don't think that today's the day for it. I've got something more important to do. Seriously? What are you talking about? I've never heard you turn down an offer to go out drinking, so what kind of urgent business do you have to say no to me right now? Look at these two absolute angels. They were finally born today. I'm a dad now. Harry, I can't believe they're finally here. Oh my god, just look at them. They're so adorable, I just want to gobble them up, seriously. Are they sweet little girls? Yep, they're both my little twin princesses. They're so cute, right? Just looking at them makes my heart full. They're so cute that I couldn't stop taking pictures of them for long enough to even eat. Geez, man, that might be taking it a bit too far. Make sure to eat. Anyway, I'm so jealous. It must be nice to have such a cute family. How's the wife? Is she feeling okay after today? Yeah, she's good. She said she was feeling a little uncomfortable earlier, so I'm on my way to go check in on her right now. Man, now that I've got two daughters to look out for, I've got a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. Oh, you moron, of course you do. That's what being a parent is all about. Those kids are gonna be your world now. Anyways, congratulations. Tell the wife I said congrats as well, seeing as she did all the hard work. Sure, and let's meet up sometime to grab some drinks. Babe, I don't think I should go to the hospital, just to be safe, but don't worry too much. I should be okay.
What? Why? What are you talking about? Why would you go to the hospital? Did you hurt yourself? Are you sick?
What do you mean? I told you, didn't I? For a while now, every time I've tried to urinate, it burns a lot. It's really uncomfortable too. I can't believe that I didn't mention it to you even once. At this point, it's become pretty severe, so I think I should get myself checked out at the hospital, just to be safe.
Wow, seriously? I had no idea. I don't remember hearing about it even once. If it's happening every single time you try to urinate, then why haven't you already gone to the hospital? You should go right now. It could be something really serious, so please go get it checked out as soon as possible.
Oh, come on, I'm sure it's not that serious. They say that these kinds of issues are pretty common among men. I'm sure that most guys have this kind of problem and find out that it's super simple that they can just take some meds for, so I'm sure it'll be like that for me too. So don't worry, sweetheart. I'll probably just ask my boss if I can take half a day of work and then go see a urologist or something. More importantly, what are the twins doing right now? I want to see what they're up to. I miss them so much after only a few hours.
Daddy, it's us. We ate and now we're playing and having fun. Daddy, please don't get sick. That's what they told me to tell you, our sweet little Sandra and Sasha.
Oh my gosh, they are so cute. It's killing me. And I was thinking, thank goodness the twins don't look like me, even a little bit. Oh, what a relief. They look just like their beautiful mother. They definitely got all of your best features. I've heard somewhere that the firstborn daughter always resembles the father, so I'm glad it turned out not to be the case.
Oh, right. Well, sure, that's probably not true at all. Just look at me. I'm the firstborn daughter and I don't look like my dad at all. You'd never know we were related.
You're joking, right? You and your dad look exactly the same. You clearly got all of your features from him. Even if your backs were turned, standing side by side, it would be obvious you guys are related.
I don't think that's true. My parents always said I looked more like my mom. Don't you remember that?
No one ever said that. If you want to believe it, sure, but you definitely look like your dad. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the hospital soon, so I'll let you know how things go. Talk to you later.
Okay, please keep me updated on how things go. I know you said not to be worried, but I can't help it.
Aw, babe, just think about something else and get some rest.
Babe, where are you? You're not answering your phone and you haven't come home yet. This isn't like you. What are you doing? Are you at the hospital still? Did you have to get treated for something? Call me as soon as you see this, please.
Yo, why did you just call me just to sob me through the line before hanging up without saying a word? What's up? What happened? Do you need me to come get you? Harry? I can't believe this. What am I supposed to do now? Didn't they say you were going to go to the hospital today? What did they say? Are you okay? What, do you have cancer or some kind of deadly disease? Dude, seriously, spit it out. You're killing me over here. You know being left waiting is the thing that makes me the maddest in this world, so just spill your guts already. So just give it to me straight. What's wrong? Are you gonna die? They told me I don't have any sperm. That is totally impossible. That's the most ridiculous thing you've ever said to me. You had twins with Sarah only a few months ago. If you don't have any sperm, then how were you able to give her kids? Seriously, that doesn't even make any sense. Right? Whose daughters could they be then? I only went to the hospital because I couldn't urinate. But then they decided to do all these kinds of tests, and then the doctor asked me about it. He asked if I was married or if I had any kids. So I told him that my wife had given birth to twins only a few months ago. He asked me how that was possible, seeing as I didn't have any sperm at all. You think it sounds too good to be true, right? That I could have twins with no sperm. Really? Like, really? They told you that you were infertile? Did you tell your wife yet? No, I couldn't figure out how to. How do you even start that conversation? Hey honey, I'm infertile, so whose kids are those? If I did that, they'd send me to a mental hospital. It's definitely not that the doctor's assessment was wrong. There's no way they'd made that kind of mistake. So what am I supposed to do? No, but don't you think that they could have made that kind of mistake? Why don't you go to a better hospital tomorrow and have them test you? Just to give you some kind of peace of mind. You might be right. Maybe I'll just go and do that after all. Yeah, I'll bet at a bigger hospital their tests are more accurate. This one probably just doesn't have the best tests. I have to believe that because the alternative is just too hard. So it must be that the doctors at the first hospital screwed the tests up, right? That's what I'm saying. It could all just be a big mistake, so just go to a better hospital tomorrow and get tested before getting yourself all worked up over nothing. Even better, let's go together. I'll go with you to the hospital for moral support. Are you sure? I don't want you to have to take time out of your day to go with me. Oh yeah, bro, of course. I don't have anything going on for most of the day, so just let me know when you're ready to go and we can go. Hey, thanks, Harry. I appreciate you. I'll let you know what time to go tomorrow. I can't believe it. The tests didn't lie. Nothing makes sense anymore. No, but if you're infertile, then it can only mean that your wife had an affair. But how could she do that to you? Hey, I get that you must be out of your mind right now about all of this, but don't just decide on your own not to say a word to her. That's not the best choice when it comes to your own happiness, and you know it. For now, how about you just go home and talk sincerely to your wife about all of this, huh? There's no way you know how things will turn out if you don't talk to each other, right? Maybe you can come up with a solution after you talk everything through. Look, I don't want to point the finger at my friends, but I have no reason to be suspicious of you, right? Wait, what? What are you talking about all of a sudden? Why would you be suspicious of me? What did I do? No, never mind. I'm just losing it. I'm sorry. Since I'm not in my right mind right now, I started thinking about it. Hey, out of everyone, why would you suddenly start getting suspicious of me? You know me better than anyone that me and your wife have a bit of an awkward relationship, so why would you even go there? Knowing that, you thought I would go ahead behind your back to have an affair with your wife? I respect you and her both too much to be involved with cheating. I would never do that to either of you. It's not that I don't understand what you must be feeling right now. I just totally get being suspicious of everyone around you after finding out such shocking news. I think there's some people you need to be having second thoughts about. And what? Yeah, just forget it. It's not the time to talk about it right now. We can talk about it later. For now, you should just get back home. Go home and talk to your wife about the whole situation and see what you guys can figure out. Once that's all settled, then we can talk about this. Okay, let's table it for now. I'm sorry, Harry, and thank you for always being there for me. Honey?
Where have you been? How did things go at the hospital? You didn't check your messages or answer my calls. I was worried sick. How could you do that after telling me you were going to the hospital? I could only assume the worst. I tried calling your job and they said you'd taken paid time off. And you weren't at home either. I almost called the police to report a missing person. What's the big deal? Are you trying to play a joke on me? If so, it's not a very funny one.
I wish it was a joke. That would be better. First of all, I'm sorry for not texting you back or answering your calls. And I'm sorry for not coming home on time too. But I have something that I want to sincerely ask you too.
Something that you want to ask me? Wait, but before that, how did things go at the hospital? What did they tell you? Did they say it was something serious or nothing at all? I'd like you to start from there, since I can't help but curious and worried.
Doesn't really have to do with the issue that I was having when I was urinating, but these are the results. They say that I'm infertile. You know what infertility means, right? It means that the baseline for my sperm is too low to have kids. To put it, I'm an apple with no seeds.
What? What are you talking about? Apple with no seeds? Wait, though. I heard somewhere that even if you're infertile, there's always a very slim chance you can still conceive.
I see you're able to explain things quite conveniently, as I'd expected. That's what I thought you'd say, so I went to a bigger hospital. I asked a doctor there, and he struck down the idea that I could have conceived twins. He said that the possibility was basically zero. So don't try to make any more excuses. What have you been out and about doing?
What are you trying to say right now? I can't believe that I'm saying this, but are you suspicious of me right now? And if it turns out that our twins aren't yours by blood, then what?
I'm infertile and you're my wife, and we have twins together, even though that's turned out to be impossible? So don't I have plenty of reason to feel suspicious? Or are you saying that I'm strange for feeling that way?
Yes, I am. No matter what anyone says, you are the father to our twins. Just like it's a fact that the sky is blue and the grass is green, it's a fact that they're your daughters. I know it and my mom knows it too. And just because the probability of being able to have kids is low, it doesn't mean that the odds are unbeatable. Because we beat the odds, didn't we?
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure about that, but fine. Then I'll just get in touch with your mom and see what she has to say. Hello, Mrs. Heath. Sorry for messaging you so suddenly. I have something to ask you, so I was wondering if you had any time to talk right now. It won't take too long.
Is it really something you need to talk about right now? I'm actually quite busy at the moment.
I'm messaging you right now because I know you have nothing else going on. I don't have a lot to say, so please just give me a moment of your time.
Okay, whatever, I get it. What is it?
I just wanted to let you know that I went to the hospital yesterday. And these were the results from the testing they did on me.
And what is this supposed to mean? Even if you send me a picture, I have no idea what I'm looking at. I'm not a doctor.
It means that I'm infertile. My sperm count is nearly 0. The possibility for me to impregnate someone is below the standard level. And so, I'm wondering what you think, since I have twins despite having this condition. I contacted you hoping that you might be able to tell me.
Wait, what are you talking about? So you're saying you're infertile? Why are you asking me as if I'm a doctor? How should I know whether you can have kids or not? I think if you have twins with Sarah, that answers the question of whether or not you can have kids.
I'm not sure that it does, though. I think it might just create more questions.
So you're saying that because Sarah had kids while you have some sort of condition, you're suspicious of her. And because of that, you decided you needed to contact me, right? Don't be ridiculous. I'm sure you're just blowing things out of proportion.
Yeah, that's right. It might be unpleasant for you to talk about. However, I thought that it was better to be sure. I'm afraid that's not the case. The doctors told me that they were definitely sure that I wouldn't be able to get anyone pregnant.
Listen, kid. It seems to me like you're really crossing the line here. Who do you think you're talking to? This is no way to talk to your mother-in-law. Why do you think I would comfort you right now? I've never liked you ever since Sarah brought you home. You're not good enough for her anyway.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, Mrs. Heath, but I've done everything that I can for Sarah, and everything that I could for you to like me. I don't know what else I could have done differently. But that's besides the point. I think you and I both know that there's no way that I got Sarah pregnant. So then we should both be asking ourselves who the father of the twins is.
My sweet Sarah would never participate in an illicit relationship. So the fact that you're insinuating such is offensive and appalling. You should be ashamed of yourself for even thinking such a thing. There's no point in getting all suspicious about things because it's impossible that she would do such a thing.
I think that this is a situation that I have every right to be suspicious about. I don't want to believe it either, but the fact is, she gave birth to kids, and there's not a chance that I was the father of those kids.
You really think that Sarah is that kind of girl? Oh, forget it. Even if she did have an affair, you should just stay with her. Why would you tear your family apart over something so insignificant? You'll never find someone better than Sarah anyway.
If she cheated on me and I stayed with her, I would never be able to forgive myself. As much as I loved her, I can never look at her the same after this. I need to look out for my own happiness over everything.
I thought I'd heard it all, but this one really takes the cake. You have no idea what you're talking about right now. Quit bothering me with this. I don't have anything else to say to you.
Hello there. Is this the phone number of Mr. Foster in apartment 1204? Hello. Yes, that's me. Can I ask why you're contacting me? Yes. Recently we've gotten some noise complaints that are seeming to come from your apartment. There has been a few of them, so I need to check in on it. Can you explain the loud noises? It helps if I know what's going on. What? Oh, it's nothing. It was just a little squabble between my wife and I. It seems we must have been a little louder than I thought. I'm sorry for any disturbance it must have caused you and the other tenants. Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, I know what you must have been talking about. What? What does that mean? I heard that Sarah had the twins recently. The father of the twins. It's probably me. Are you kidding me? Jeez, I'm a little shy talking about it, but Sarah and I, we've been in love for quite some time now. I think you could call it a love affair, even though I'm usually quite by the book when it comes to payments. Sarah seduced me down to her level. Mr. Foster, did you know that I haven't been receiving any rent from your apartments for months now? You haven't been receiving rent? Sarah told me that she had been taking care of rent for the past several months. I guess that doesn't mean that she's been paying it? And it's not just the rent either, is it? I've paid back all of Sarah's debts for her, and I still haven't received the security deposit back either. Her debts? Sarah doesn't have any debts, and why would you be paying them back for her? Wow, it seems like there's really a lot you haven't heard about. Well, I guess since I don't want to be the bearer of too much bad news, I'll just stop talking now. I think it would be best for everyone if you got divorced from Sarah as soon as possible. That isn't for you to demand. I'm not going to do anything without talking to my wife. You have no business bossing me around. Well, if you do, then I can finally be the father that I was meant to be for my twins. You're sick. Just because the twins might not be mine by blood, it doesn't mean that they're not my kids. I've raised them from the moment they were born, and I love them. Just because you got Sarah pregnant doesn't make our twins yours. Well, I hope you have a good day, and please just try to keep the noise levels down to a minimum from now on. Thanks. Were you able to calm down a bit?
Yeah, but I'm still pretty embarrassed. I don't really like letting anyone see me cry like I was when you found me. I'd always hold my tears back growing up and wait till I was alone to cry.
It's totally normal to cry, though. Of course, if something upsetting happens, you'll want to cry about it. So you don't need to feel embarrassed at all. It doesn't really bother me at all.
Honestly, my life is pretty pathetic. I have a gambling problem. It started out just small bets once in a while, but now I'm in a mountain of debt. I'm constantly haunted by reminders of what I've done. I can't say anything to my husband, and that I'm suffering on my own is very hard and sad. I'm sorry. I also need to pay the rent a bit more quickly, don't I?
Oh, so you have some debts. Well then, I think it's okay if you pay rent each month a bit late.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. On top of my gambling debt, I owe my husband's friend $5,000 after he lent it to me and I spent it all up. And my husband doesn't know anything. I'm the worst, aren't I?
No, not at all. Everyone has hard times like this in their lifetime. It's just part of being alive. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're not a bad person at all. Sarah, I was thinking I might be able to lend you a little help.
What? You'll help me?
From now on, it's okay if you don't pay rent. I'll return your security deposit to you too. It's not a big deal. For now, just try to put out the biggest fires, and then we can work out a new situation once you get those things settled.
Really? Wait, no. No matter how much you say it's okay, I couldn't possibly accept something like that.
Of course, I'm not gonna just let you off the hook totally.
Is there something you wanted?
Actually, I've liked you for a while now, Sarah. If you don't feel the same right now, we can just talk like this. And we don't have to do anything more. We can just stop it here and go back to being landlord and tenant.
I'm flattered, but I have a husband.
You have a husband, but I don't see him by your side now. When you're feeling like this, a husband is the person you should always be able to confide in, not hide the truth from. I'm sure that it's a bit difficult and scary for you to think about, but you should give me a chance. Your soulmate could be someone besides your husband. I'll try to be someone who can protect you from things like these, Sarah. I hope you can see that I can become that kind of person one day.
It's true that I'm having some issues with my husband, but I'm not sure. I still love him.
You might love him, but you can be much happier with me. I think you're beautiful, and every time I saw you in my building, I couldn't help but notice how pretty you were. We weren't able to talk much ever up until recently, but it didn't stop me from developing a crush on you.
I see, is that so?
Yes, you're very attractive. I would do anything to make you mine. But if that's not what you want, I'll have to accept it somehow. For now, let's plan to meet in the lobby of the first floor. Wow, thanks to you, I learned so many things that I didn't want to know. All this time you were deceiving me and I had no idea. Did I just seem like a pushover to you? What were you thinking every time I was good to you? It must have felt good, right? I bet you were on cloud 9.
What are you talking about this time? Who are you saying deceived anyone?
Sure, you're really just pretending not to know up until the last moment. Fine, then here's a screenshot of my messages with our landlord. After seeing this, do you still want to pretend that you have no idea what I'm talking about? Do you want to keep making excuses now?
It's not like it's something I was doing because I wanted to. Do you really think I wanted to cheat on you? You really don't know anything. I never opened up to you, so how could you ever begin to understand? You were never there for me, so what else was I supposed to do?
You conned my friend Harry into giving you $5,000, didn't you? You went into insane amounts of debt and you asked the landlord to pay it all for you, so it wouldn't make your life too hard. And then you got the security deposit back and spent all of it paying back your gambling debts. Or am I wrong? And Harry is too nice, or rather too spineless, to say no to giving you money. He was too nervous to even say a word about it, but he eventually confessed to me.
Fine, that's right. Are you happy now? You're right that I got addicted to gambling, so I'm now in crushing debt. And you're right that the person who tried to shelter me from that burden was the landlord. But what did you do while I was struggling like that? You just pretended you were busy with work or some other excuse while just carrying on ignoring my suffering because it was more convenient for you. So I had no choice but to seek love and comfort elsewhere.
I see, you had no choice. Don't you try to rationalize your selfishness. No matter what you say, tossing me aside to have an affair with another man and giving birth to his children can't be justified so easily. Then let's take a look at getting DNA testing done. Do you really want to pursue with this lie any further?
Fine, forget it. The kids aren't yours. Are you done now? You must feel good about this.
Thank you for finally admitting it to yourself. From now on, let's be strangers. I don't even want to know you anymore. I want you to know that I intend to file for divorce and that I will pursue legal action for monetary compensation for all of your lies and deception.
You can't be serious. Where would I get the money from to pay for that?
Is that my problem? I don't know and I don't care. You can figure it out yourself. This situation is all your own doing. And as for our apartment, I guess since the landlord will be on your side, I'll just start packing. But man, you really had me fooled, didn't you? As for the kids, since they're not even mine, take good care of them. I'll see you in court, you piece of trash. My wife gave birth to twins who don't look like me. They say that the first daughter will always look like her father, but when those two were born, they didn't look like me even a little. I'll admit it, I thought it was a bit strange that I couldn't find one feature of my own on either of their faces, but I never would have thought that it was because I wasn't their biological father. I never would have known that I was infertile either. Thinking about it now, I should thank God that I took the test at the hospital. Otherwise, I would have never figured out about any of this. I wouldn't have figured out that my wife asked my friend for money behind my back. Not only that, but she was also secretly in debt from being a gambling addict. And that because of her struggles, she strayed from our marriage to cheat on me with our landlord, who she received help from. Geez, I can't believe her nerve, even thinking about it now. We ended up getting divorced, and I was able to secure some legal compensation from what she subjected me to. I ended up alone unexpectedly, but from now on, I'll be living my own happiness. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.